What's good? I'm gonna go ahead and set this shit straight. I'm gonna ask you a real ass question, Jit. Now, it's some shit we all need to sit down and talk about as a man. I just got off the phone with my grandfather about an hour ago. I had a smooth conversation with my dog, Kiki. He mad at them Bucks again. You know what I'm saying? Told my granddad, you can't be mad forever at them Bucks. But my granddaddy reminded me of some things, and I appreciated that. So I'm gonna ask you a question. When was the last time you spoke to your father? When was the last time you picked the phone up to talk to your dad and see what's up? And what I mean by you pick the phone up, talk to him, like, you gotta ask that question, like, have you talked to your father yet? Have you spoke with him? Have you said a word or two to him? Have you called him up just to say, hey, man, what's going on? How you doing, man? Have you said that? Because sometimes to fix a little issue in our life, little small issues that we go through as a man, and sometimes it's not about money. It's not about materialistic shit. It's to fix that inside little boy part of you that was broken. And that shit comes from sometimes you gotta talk to your father. See, I grew up with that mama that kept my father like, oh, he ain't shit, he ain't about shit, he ain't got shit going on, da other. And come to find out, I get about, let me see, I was about 13, 14, something happened to my mother, she passed away. So that's cool. So I'm like, damn, I lost my mama and everything. Shit, my pops ain't never been around me, so I don't know that nigga like that. I'm 15, 16, I'm 14, 15 now. I don't know that nigga like that. I don't know that nigga like that, man. I ain't never been around me. He ain't never did. Because that's the image my mother put in me first. And my auntie who raised me told me to go hang around my father for a little minute. So about 14, I'm 15, I started going over his house more often. I met my brothers for the first time that year. Love they last to death. And at that time being, I started kicking it with him and I started learning shit that was differently. I mean, with my father alone, like I said, I started learning more about what man shit was. I started learning more about how to change a tire in a car. You know what I'm saying? Check your oil, like check your shit. One of the biggest traits he taught me personally were how to install a radio, how to put an alarm system on a person's car, set up an amp, build a cabinet for your ass. Oh, I could cut that bitch down. I could wire that bitch up like a motherfucker. When I said I could tell your radio was fucked up, what kind of system you got in that bitch, what you're running with the power. Oh, I learned car audio hands down. That wasn't a trade that you got in the school, nothing like that. That was a trade I learned in the backyard, just hanging with my dad. And I was about 23, about 23, about 24 then, 24, 25. I was just going to have my first child. One day I asked my dad, I said, man, Dad, I don't want to be nosy and nothing like that, man, but whatever happened between you and moms? Man, come to find out, Daddy told me, like, I knew you were gonna ask me that question one day, so let me tell you straight up. I was young, dumb, and stupid, man. I had you when I was 16 years old, and I didn't know how to be no daddy. I was still a jit running around that bitch trying to play basketball, chill with the homeboys and shit like that. Your mom was already a couple years. I think your mom was at the time being like 2 years. My mom was 2 years older than my father. That's the fuck up. That's the shit I be trying to get through my head sometimes. But my mom was 2 years older than my father already. So this in the 80s, so whatever. He was like, I was still trying to hang with the jits. I doing my thing. He was like, I was still in school. Your mama had already graduated. He was like, I was at my junior year and shit like that. Your mama already graduated. But I was still hanging with the jits. I was still hanging with my crew. When I got out of school, you know what I'm saying? You about two or three, and all of a sudden I started hanging in the streets a little more here, a little more there. I started dibbing and dabbing with this bullshit here, bullshit there. You know what dibble dabbing mean, you know what I'm saying? We gotta tell you what dibble dabbing mean, you know. When niggas say they dibbing and dabbing and some bullshit, things like that, and before I know it, by the time I looked around my 21st birthday, I looked up and seen I had 3 kids. And he was like, what? He was like, what the fuck the time went? He said, I woke up at 21 and realized I had 3 kids. I had you, you know what I'm saying? I had your brother, then I had your sister. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, what the fuck? I didn't know what to do. Like, I went to work, but he said, I went to work, but shit, it seemed like working wasn't good enough, so I went back on the street, back on the grind, back getting it. You know what I'm saying? Daddy told me that he back out there getting it. Said he tried the job again. He said when he woke up, you know what I'm saying, next time he woke his eyes back up again in real life, he was like, I'm 25 with 5 motherfucking kids, man. I don't even know what to do. That's what he told himself. He said, when I woke up, that's when I had to go do that bid for 2 years. I was up the road. He said, man, I looked up in my bed myself, came into my conclusion, and said, I'm doing 2 years. I'm 25 years old. I got 2 years to do prison. And I got 5 motherfucking kids. What the fuck I'm gonna do? That's what he said, man. That's when he woke the fuck up. That's what he said. That's when he woke up. That's what he was like. I woke up and realized, man, I'm 25 years old, 5 motherfucking kids, and I gotta go sit down for 2 years. What the fuck was I doing? He said, yeah, I got these burglary charges on me. I got this aggravated battery shit on me, all this shit. Man, I don't know what to do. That's when life changed. Like, he said going on the road was the best thing for him because it slowed him down. When he came back home, he knew nothing was the same. My moms had already, you know what I'm saying, moved me out of the city. So that was one thing that was fucked up. Like, I was already living in, what we moved to? I think that was when we had moved over there to, Louisville. No, whatever we moved to over there. We moved over there. She had moved out the city. That's when she had moved to the bottom integrated territory. You know what I'm saying? Bottom integrated territory. That's a whole nother. That Paul said that's a whole nother motherfucking county. That's a whole nother hour and a half drive just to get to the county. Like to get to the county line to get there. You know what I'm saying? So we had moved over to Gradyville. You know what I'm saying? I spent about 3 years in Gradyville before my mom came ill and we moved back. But during that time, like he said, he went up the road, he came back. Only thing he had was his hands, but he knew how to install radios. He knew how to build the cabinets. He knew, you know what I'm saying? And like he said, his point of his life where he started his profession as not just a hobby, but his job now. And that would change it, you know what I'm saying? He said that's what happened. He was hanging with the boys, chilling. Woke up at this age here, at 21, 3 kids. At 25, I got 5. Three from the same girl, one for your mama, one from another girl. Cause I had three different women to deal with. That shit was just confusing, dog. That shit was just confusing. You know what I'm saying? You go on the road, you come back and boom, you trying to figure it out. Like I said, talking to my dad, it made me understand more what was going on through his mind. He was lost. That motherfucker was lost. He was lost. And I asked him, man, I was like, so throughout the time and everything, what you think you did wrong? He said, man, the wrongest thing I do was I wasn't ready to be a father, but at the same time, I didn't use protection. Damn, that shit did hurt. Damn. So I wasn't ready to be a father, but at the same time, I didn't use protection. So, you know, how that go as, man, so I was like, yeah, I understand. I understand you on that part. That's cool. But like he said, I didn't use protection. I got hooked on with the boys, you know what I'm saying, hanging out with your uncle though. You know what I'm saying? We 6, 17, 18, we already in the bar. Graduated school, we hanging in the bar, you know what I'm saying? That's when I got my little first car. Wood, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Your uncle had figured out how to lock them things up back then. He said this is 84, 83. Like this, man, this back in 85, 86. Uncle had figured out how to lock them things up there for us. We out there making, coming in with the money, hanging out with my homeboys, chilling with the streets. I got your cousin out there with me. I can't tell you. I got your cousin Cool out there with me, but we doing them things, man. And you know what I'm saying? The women was coming at us and shit. Sometimes I come home, sometimes I don't even know what home looked like. And I was like, that was with my mom. He was like, no, he said, yeah. He said, sometimes your mama was my scapegoat. I used your mama so many times. Why I left that son, mama, my shit. He said, well, it was mostly just hanging out. Just hanging out. I'm making money, but I'm just shit, parlaying, chilling, hanging out. And I'm like, damn, Pops, all you was doing is hanging out. He was like, yup. He said, think about you and how CJ was. How you and your boy was back in the day. I think about how you and nephew was back in the day. Yeah, boy, you ain't gonna lie, Pop. Boy, I was in that bitch, know what I'm saying? Every Thursday I'm down at the city. Ooh. Sunday I'm on Sunday. Ooh, you gotta be for the city. You gotta be for the city where the Sunday night for the access was. You know what a Sunday night access was? My city, boy, come on, man. Boom. I'm getting off work. I'm walking in motherfucking broke ass Wednesdays. I'm walking in broke ass Wednesday with my work clothes on with my cousin. Hanging out, word. Man, when he said that, what he did wrong was hanging out like a motherfucker. I felt that shit. I'll never forget, boy. Hey, me and my cousin got so fucked up, boy. We end up by Mickey Mouse house, bitch, on the interstate, on the side of the road, fucked up, boy. We were going to see it. We was on a mission then. Hanging out, boy. I'll never forget that. I had my first child then. I was doing this and thought about it like, damn. I'm in my head. I'm like, damn, I did the same motherfucking thing. Like I said, what he did wrong, like, and the shit was kind of funny. Then it was. When he told me the shit was kind of funny, I was laughing my ass off. I said, damn, when you was out there going, he was like, man, I was out there hanging. He said, I ended up fucking around and fuck that Buick Regal down, put that bitch down. Boy, I got that motherfucking Cadillac with that quarter rag top. You know, the one you like. You know, you want to do like that green one I had. That green two-door Cadillac with the rag top. Boy, I had that quarter white rag top. Plus, I had that quarter white rag top on that bitch. Ooh. Put them Native Smoke days on that bitch. Boy, you know, remember that one I had. That's the one I used to pick you up for football practice when I had those 12s in that trunk. Boy, when I got that car and I put that bitch on the road and went down to Miami, boy, it was over with. I said, 4 hours over with. He said, boy, I was in Miami for about 3 months. I said, damn, boy. I was hungry. Pops was hanging. Pops said, he said, I had that green quarter. He said, I had that green Cadillac. What with that quarter white rags on? Ain't it spooks? Fresh ass white walls on that bitch. I had just put them 12s in that bitch. Boy, all I remember was that Uncle said, hey, that's spring break. You gonna bring the caddy out? He was like, yeah, I'm gonna bring. He like, yeah, I'm gonna bring the caddy out. He said, man, we gassed that bitch up, man. He said, I gassed that bitch up, told your mama, yeah. He said, I had dropped your mama on like a couple dollars for you real quick. I had dropped everybody. Then he said at the time, but he was like, at that time being, I was about 7, 8. Pops about 24, 25, somewhere up in that age. He was that. This the 80s. I'm talking about Pop telling me story for the 80s. This shit for the 80s, right? Pop so he said straight up, I had that quarter in. He said I had a Cadillac, quarter-inch rag top on that bitch white. He said I was a nigga. He said I was smooth nigga. I had to put some tents on that bitch though. I ain't on a bitch know who was driving that bitch. I said, damn, this Cadillac that was. I remember my dad had 3 Cadillacs growing up. I remember he had 3 Cadillacs. Three motherfucking Cadillacs growing up. No, he had 3 of them bitches. One of them bitches I took possession of when I turned 17. I remember that Cadillac. I remember that one. And I know he had 3 in his lifetime. You know, it's like my mama used to always try to like, but my daddy was trying to sneak around and see me when I went to grandma's house. That's another story. But I remember my daddy had three Cadillacs. He said, yeah, I took that, he said I had that green one, the 2-door one. He said, well, I had a quarter rag top on that bitch there. That bitch was all lime green, 2-door, white wall. He said 2-door, all lime green with the white quarter rag top on that bitch there. He said that quarter rag top, white walls on that bitch. He said, me and your uncle, man. He said, me and your uncle, your cousin Cooter, we had gas up that week. Cooter had that Bonneville. Yeah, I remember that shit. That boy, Cooter had a smooth ass Bonneville like that, boy. Listen to this shit like, damn, boy, I know what cause they fall, boy. I like a Bonneville, but damn self, boy. I like a Bonneville, but damn self. So we like, yeah. Then we went down to Miami. We gassed that bitch up, went down to Miami. I fought around when I was down to Miami. There were 3 months down that bitch. I said, well, 3 months, where the hell y'all was staying at? He said, we had the room for a week. Man, we had Miss Bowles down there. He said, man, we had made no 305s down there. Well, we went to work. We had fun. We swaying. We got a little work on us. On solo basis to get the room going, da-da-da. He said, the only thing what made her come back, he said, the only thing that made her come back up north was your uncle got it to us niggas from Overtown. Man, we don't know these niggas down here like that. What? We got the hell up out of goddamn 305 that day, man. I'll never forget that shit. I said, so, Pops, you went down to 305 for 3 months. He was like, yo, swinging. He was like, yo, hanging, just riding that bitch. That boy, I had that bitch. That's fucking like, goddamn, man, my Pops done earned, but my Pops done did shit. And do it. So I say out of everything right now, Pops, where you at right now? Like, Pops say right now, all my kids are grown. Y'all got kids, and I may not have been the best father that was, but I try to be the best grandfather I can be. He say, I like when y'all drop the grandkids off to me over here. Y'all bring them to see me. I like when y'all learn to call me, not just when y'all need something. And I like when I spend time with y'all now. That's where I'm at now. Like, he said, I'm not at where I want to be financially, and I'm not at where I want to be mentally, but physically, I'm at peace with having y'all come around just to see me now, seeing my grandkids, and yeah, I gotta go to work. I fucked up a lot of years of my life, but I gotta go to work. And that's where I'm at. I'm just Dip, the working man Dip. I said, man, you fucked up, Pops. I I said, "That's father, father." He said, that's my man. I appreciate seeing the grandkids, man. I appreciate you just coming around chilling with me. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, all right, Pop, appreciate it. And you know what I'm saying? And like I said, y'all gotta go have a conversation with your fathers. Go find out what happened. Go find his side of the story. Really go find his motherfucking side of the story. You'll be finding out the motherfucking apple didn't fall too far from the goddamn tree. And that's the truth, man. This your boy Uncle Sam. Game recognized game, man. Go have a conversation with your father and find out the motherfucking truth, man.